go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you with my co-host, the Little Diva. It is Monday night. Speak on it. And tonight, we have the honor of having a CEO. That's right. Wait a minute. I'm trying to read them letters. And a JCF. I don't know what JCF is. I ain't even trying to figure it out.
Joseph Consulting Firm.
Yeah, JCF. That's what it is. Joseph Consulting Firm. We got the CEO of JCF on the show. Look here. You know, I'm gonna quit over running the trap because I done ate me. I cooked me some tacos. I had some Texas tacos. That's why I got my hat on. I cooked me some tacos tonight. Ooh, she made me big up there on the screen. Ooh, that was really big. I cooked me some tacos. I ate me a taco. I ate 3 tacos. I ate them chicken fajita taco, country boy special.
You really cooked those?
And I did.
I'm mad because I didn't get an invite.
I know in about 2 hours if the chicken was done. But I don't know.
Oh, what am I gonna do with you, sir?
Well, for right now, they sure was good. But look here, tonight it is an honor for us here at Speak On It to have this fantastic, very knowledgeable guest on the show. I'm honored. I am truly honored. I met this young lady a while back. I tell you, she's spectacular. She let me sit on one of them table things at the end of the table and run my triple trap. And not most people do that, but she did. She's allowed me. She is a charming person, kind-hearted. She's very giving in the community. And this is real. Y'all know I don't do no introduction, but y'all see I got party for her. I don't do this everybody now. And look, my tie's even straight. I learned how to tie it. It ain't like some folks tie that tie to be crooked like this. That ain't how you tie it. It's supposed to be straight across. But anyway, man, our guest tonight is coming with so much knowledge. I don't know how much of it she gonna give y'all, but she gonna sprinkle something on you. I trust that. She gonna sprinkle something on y'all. But know this. What you will always get right here, and I'm gonna shut my triple trap. What you will always get right here is transparency. You will always get honesty. You will always get that right here, and you will get openness. So I'm gonna tell y'all, and my co-host can, she does much better than me. Yeah. I'm gonna just tell y'all, if you have questions, if there's something you want to know, y'all drop it in the chat. If there's something that you want to learn about, y'all drop it in the chat. I ain't gonna lie to you because I'm open, honest, and transparent. I ain't gonna read them, but them twos right under gonna read them. That's over here. I'm gonna be busy over here listening. Can't listen and read at the same time. I can't do it. But anyway, so that's all I'm gonna say. From here, go host, you go ahead. Go. And I'm shut up, coach. We ain't got much time. Y'all, what y'all say? Y'all be pressed for time.
You are so funny.
I'm trying to be perfect.
Them tacos had sugar in them too, didn't they? Oh, you got the Mountain Dew. Oh, I got one too. I left it over there by the couch. Oh yeah, gotcha. So y'all, Candace, thank you for joining us. I met Candace through Louisiana Country Boy. Like I'm meeting all these people through Louisiana Country Boy. And then he tries to say he is the he's the learning from everybody. You be knowing stuff, and see, you be holding back. Is what happens. You be holding back. I look on it. You invite me to this workshop, and they say, "I know I see a flyer, and you on the panel." What?
I bowed my way in. I just went up there and I put myself on. What you call that thing when you put yourself in something that ain't really you? You know how you. What's Candace? You smart. What you call it?
But I thank you for Country Boy for introducing me, making the connection. We also got to celebrate Candace's birthday with her, and I
Yes,
loved it. It was something. Oh, I was about to have a procedure, so I couldn't drink. So I was so mad. Like, so we have to have a redo. Well, my birthday is in August.
let's do it.
There we go.
We can do that.
But so y'all, welcome Candace. Welcome to Speak On It. Thank you for showing up last time. We know you had a meeting, so we still thank you so much for even joining in for the last part. But today it is all about you getting us straight, letting us know what your company is about, and then also giving us some best practices on advertising strategy kind of thing.
Okay, I could do that. Do you guys want the 30-second pitch? You just want me to just go with the flow, 30-second pitch, everybody usually go for that, but I'll just tell you straight up, I'm the CEO of the Joseph Consulting Firm, right? And what we do is we help entrepreneurs start their business. If they're already started, we help them grow, to where they want to go and beyond. And that's for-profit and nonprofit as well. We do that in every space from A to Z. Anything that you need for your company, anything that you think about for your company. If you need a virtual assistant, we got you. You need an accountant, we got you. Anything that you need for your company, we have it. So I'm also the production consultant at HGS TV, where it's a home and live podcast. Hey, look, if it's all about television production, seminars that you want to do online, anything like that, we got you, okay? If it's talk shows, I help you produce that thing, get it out there, and monetize. That's what I do. And I'm also the host of the Business Hours Broke Hour with Candace Joseph. It's one of those things that I use as a tool to highlight the hidden jewels in the entrepreneurship world. Because everybody don't get their shine. So I want to give people their shine. I want people to know about good people that are out there in the community that they should know, patronize, go to for their services, even if it's something competing with what I do. Hey, right. I'm one of those people. I want you to know good people and connect you with good people. And that's just what I do. That's what I do.
Was that the 30-minute? No, 30 seconds? That was good. You were good.
Oh, no, the 30 seconds. It's like 26 seconds. Like I got it all the way down. I times it out because I tell people that's important. When you meet somebody, you have to be able to summarize everything you do in less than 30 seconds. We can, because I want to know in 30 seconds whether or not I need to do business with you or if I need your services. I don't have time for you to tell me 50,000 customer testimonials and all that. I don't have time for that. 30 seconds, you in and out. You make that impact when you first meet somebody. It does not matter who it is. You make that impact because there's going to be hundreds of people in a room. You want to at least get to about 30 or 40 of them. Mm-hmm. So you got to be in and out. If the conversation goes on, then of course you expand the conversation. You take that time. But nobody at any networking event should spend longer than 3 or 4 minutes talking to anybody about anything. Other than that, I think it's time for you to book a consultation. We can talk. You know what I mean?
Yes, that part.
But
so we talked about networking events. I'm sorry.
Yep. No. I'm good.
Can you move your camera down just a little bit? Like, there you go. There you go. Okay, now I see you. Okay. I was like, something I'm missing.
Oh,
something.
yeah. I was trying to get free on this thing. Yeah, it's important to network and get to know people, but you want to do it fast. If you think there's somebody that you can do business with, you want to expand the conversation. Set up a meeting. Don't give somebody your whole life story, your whole pitch while you're standing in line at the bar. You know what I mean? Like, get in and get out.
Yeah. I guess that's to pique the interest of the person.
Definitely.
Yeah. My daughter is working on pitch competitions right now. She's part of the Urban League, so they gave them business consultants. So she's doing she does online beauty supplies. So she's getting ready to do, what do you call them? What do you call those things? Vending machines.
Nice.
Yes, with beauty supplies. So isn't that cool? I thought that was cool. So when you said pitch, I was like, that's what she's working on. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
In networking, we talk about talking, giving that pitch. What about business cards? Has that just gone out? Is it just old school now?
Oh, I got a stack of them. No.
Okay.
No, I think that you should have a digital card, right? Always have an electronic digital card. Or I keep a flyer in my phone that I can text to people if I'm somewhere and the internet isn't working right. I can always text it to someone. But the physical paper cards, you always want to at least have a stack of those because you could be somewhere where your phone service doesn't work or your phone dies. You know, your phone could die. So
Yeah.
it's happened to me a lot. So either I'm gonna grab your phone and put my phone number in it, you know, or we're gonna connect on social media. I'm gonna walk away with a contact. So paper cards, I don't mind, but definitely going to the electronic cards. You definitely want to have those. Those are quick, easy. You won't forget them, and people won't throw them away because your information is automatically in their phone. But look, I'll take paper cards too, because all I do is just, I got a nice little app on my phone. I take a picture of it and it transfers everything on that business card into a contact for me and automatically put it in my phone. And all I do is type in the notes. I type in the notes section of my phone where I met that person. So, like, you know, I know Donnie's seen it. Like, well, I'll take pictures with everybody. Hey, let me take a picture with you. Let me put a picture of me and you in your phone so that you'll know it's me as the contact. So it's a lot of different ways you can network, but you always want to leave an impression, but you have to be able to summarize what you do very quickly.
Yep. Donnie, can you summarize what you do in 30 seconds?
I can't do it. I can't do it at all. You know, but I think that's really good. You know, and I think it's good that because with the new age, and I call it the new age, this new stuff right here, what people get is that interpersonal thing, you know, being able to talk to people and get your personality out there, you know, and meet people. I think meeting and greeting is like the thing to do. Who did? You going to the principal's office? You going straight to detention.
I'm sorry.
But I think that is, you know, as far as you know, the meet and greeting and being able to catch somebody's attention or somebody's, you know, whatever you want to call it, that boom, it is important. It's important. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, that is what it's all about. I truly believe it don't matter to me what you selling or what you pushing. If people don't like you, it don't matter. You can be giving it away and they don't want it.
Definitely.
That's very true. I know in the past I used to be really, really shy. A lot of people don't know, and I tell people this and they think it's crazy, but I'm really an introvert. You know, I'm really an introvert. You know, I like to sit in my office, play chess, listen to opera. That's my thing. I love opera. I love jazz. That's, you know, I'm a jazz collector. I collect chess sets. That's just what I do. I love to read books. And I really like that. So when I had to learn how to turn it on, because you got a business, but you got to know how to market it. So at first, I would do it through clothing. And I still do to this day. You know, I show up a little flashy sometimes. But I do it through clothing. But I do it through clothing, accessories. It could be hats. It could be, you know, wear glasses, that kind of thing. Most people think that these glasses have lenses in them. They don't.
They don't. Oh, wow.
They don't. You know, I walk around with a clear cane. All of those are conversation pieces. You know, and it can really start a conversation with people. I know back in the day, people used to use their graphic tees, but I do it through clothing. Because when I walk the room, I want you to understand I'm walking through the room. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I know my worth. And you're going to have to come with it to come this way. You know what I mean? You have to come with it. The conversation.
You have to have some confidence to step to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I find that weird thing. Like if it's somebody that's in the room that's interesting, I'll walk up to them and ask them about their shoes or, you know, their hair. Oh my God, your hair is so cute. Oh my God, your makeup. Oh my God, what's up with that tie? That tie. Look, Johnny, I don't think you understand. You letting that tie do what it do, baby. You know, I just have to let you know that tonight. Ooh, and that cowboy hat too.
Oh, that head ain't gonna make it through the room tonight now.
And look. Oh, that's Trina over there. Trina, I see you, girl. You got girl. I see you. You come through the door stunning. Don't do me like that. So it's like one of those things I use my personality to shine through, but I always get down to the business.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
You know, always. Like now I'm in t-shirt and jeans. Most time people see me in t-shirt and jeans in my office, and that's what I did today in my office. But like when I'm out at events, I'm wearing suits. I'm wearing different colors. I'm wearing tuxedos. That's just how I get down. But it's all a part of marketing.
Mhm.
You know, but my team, like I give my team so much props. Like, you know, that show me how to dress because I'm a jeans and t-shirt person. Look, Donnie gave me one of his t-shirts. He don't even understand. I be flossing it, walking around in it. You know what I mean? Like, give me my uniforms for the week, and I'm cool. So, you know, I love to support other business owners, other podcasters. So I will wear your brand. I will wear your podcast label. I don't mind. I have one too, but we are all in this thing
All
together.
these things together.
It's all about marketing. And they be like, oh, yeah, okay, well, what's my worthless 2 cents about? Man, y'all got to get on that Louisiana country boy. I don't think you understand. He give you that knowledge. He give you that kindness, but he do it with laughter. And look, he ain't a bad dancer either. So, you know, he got
Hi.
Ain't shame or nothing.
you give it props, you know. So I know that you guys are going through like a rebranding. When y'all get that done, I want to speak on this shirt. I want my worthless 2 cents shirt. I want those brands because if we don't wear each other brands, how are people going to know about them?
Right.
If we can do the major labels, right?
Mhm.
We rocking major labels. The these companies that I ain't gonna mention their name because they ain't paying me to advertise and sponsor, but we can wear major labels. We can wear each other labels and watch it grow.
Right.
That's how I feel. Anything to get the brand out there. You know, that's one of the reasons why I started my team. Everybody had a brand, and I said, well, hey, let's create one house where all the brands live, but all the brands are independent of each other. So everybody on my team, they're an entrepreneur. They got their own brands, their own things that they do. We just came together because I had a vision of showing people that, you know, group economics really can work. You really can work with a group of people and it really be like family. You know, that was really my thing that I wanted to really project and show. But I wanted to show people you can do good work through true collaboration.
Right.
You really can. And that was my thing. I don't want to just pass you on a referral. Hey, what can we do to jumpstart this company to get them off the ground? No, let's work this deal together. Yeah. Like that's how I operate in every field, every plane. That's how I do.
I think that is so important. You know, we both push that so much, and it's so good to be able to hear others speak on that. Speak on it. Catchphrase. But you know, when people truly understand the mindset has to change, in my opinion. Just my worthless 2 cents, just me speaking on it. That the mindset has to change. It is not a competition. It is not, you know, too many people think that I'm gonna get it and I'm trying to scratch for mine. But how is it when people think bigger? See, for me, if you're just thinking about yours, you're thinking small. But if you're thinking how we can work together and how we can grow, we can support each other, how huge that is. But that requires putting your own selfishness, your own greed to the side. Now you got to change your whole mindset.
Yeah.
And working and collabing. I feel just like, you know, you two wonderful ladies sitting here. There's no threat of somebody taking what's mine. There ain't no threat. There ain't no feel like, oh Lord, I'm scared for them to come, and ain't no threat. I ain't scared. Man, please come on.
Yeah.
Cause see, my personal opinion, if you could take it, you would have had it.
Look, I love it. I just feel like a lot of times people can't let go of pride and ego.
Yes.
And I think that that's really the downfall. The reason why I don't like to just refer someone on, oh, okay, well, you know, well, hey, I'm going to send you a lead and you give me a referral fee. No. How can we be a part of this person's journey? Every entrepreneur I've met, every podcast I've met, everybody I've met, they're on a journey right now. I want to be along for the journey. I want to be along for the ride. I want to see how the story ends. people say, oh, well, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I look at it like a relay race. Okay.
I like that.
I look at it like a relay race. That's what true collaboration is. If you got one piece, I got another piece, I'm going to pass the baton to you. You finna take it to the next level. Then the next person going to take it to the next level. In the end, when the client wins, we all made that effort happen when we cross the finish line. So I don't look at collaboration or business like, oh, it's a marathon. No, we're going along for the journey. But I want to be a part of the relay race. Now, I know I walk with a cane and I can't run that fast, but look, I started off. Somebody else got to take it. Look, I'm gonna walk my 5 steps from my George Jefferson walk with my cane, and I'm gonna pass it off. Yeah, just saying. I think that's really it. If people put beside their egos, you could get a lot done in a community. Because we all win when we truly collaborate and we put together that mighty fist. Individually, we're weak, but together, if we're a fist, we can make anything happen, any dream, any possibility happen. And that's what I'm about. Like I tell people all the time, I will go to somebody's thing and, I'll walk straight up to them. Now, I know you don't like me, but we finna take this picture for people that we're going to get along today. And that's what it's going to be. I've done people like that in spaces because it's like if someone said they don't like me, no, it's because I wouldn't do something crooked for you. But we're going to take this picture to show people
Love it.
You're a boss in your own way. I'm a boss in my own way, but we're both bosses. That's really the key component.
Yeah.
We're both bosses at the end of the day. And we could really teach each other. I think people miss that fact. I love when I meet other people because I look at the wisdom that they have. And I'm a person, if I feel like someone could do a better job than me with a client, I'm passing that client along. Hey, this is the person you need to connect with. I can help you with this much, but this person going to take you to the finish line. And I gladly pass it on. Yeah. And people are like, wow, that's strange. No, if I can't help someone, I prefer them to work with someone that I know can get them there. I don't need anything from you. People are like, oh, what, you need me to give you something because you gave me a client? For what? Just do good work for the client.
Yeah.
That's what I want you to do. Do good work for the client. If I'm bringing you a client, do good work. I don't need anything from you.
Yeah. You mentioned relay race. I always talk about a baseball team. And I say, and it goes with what you said about us working together, but collaboratively, but also when we talk about strengths and what you just mentioned. A baseball team, everybody has a part to play too. Just like the relay, you have a part to play. Everybody ain't the best as the pitcher, or I can't swing a bat to save my life. Look at me how I look goofy trying to swing a bat. The baseball team is what I think about. Is everybody has a part to play for us to come together to win together.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hadn't heard the analogy with the relay race, which I love that. But the baseball team was that where you mentioned that you may not have the strength that I have to play first base. And so on and so forth. So we work together to decide, hey, this Trina, you got the personality, so you do this. Country boy, you have this, so you do that. You have you can speak and you can do these 30-second pitches, and so you play that part. And we all come together to work together, and we're okay with celebrating everybody's strengths.
Yeah,
we all win.
That I just want to say this is Candace, when you just said what you were talking about is being able to know what you can and know what you can't. We've had a conversation this weekend because old country boy was kind of aggravated about some things that happened. Okay. And my aggravation is when you can't do something. Why can't we admit that, that ain't even my strong suit? It's better to admit, hey, you know what? I ain't so good at this, but here's somebody that, me personally, I respect you more for your honesty than later on figuring out you don't even know what you're doing. You ain't even got a clue, is you? But that thing you said before, that word, pride will make you be like,
Yeah.
But when you release it and go like, for the greater good.
Yeah.
For the greater good, because for a client, for one to come in and you to say, hey, that's not my field of expertise.
Yeah.
But here's someone that is. Do you know that that person will come back and refer 100 people to you? But other than you pretending and tearing everything up, because they ain't never coming back, and then they're gonna tell everybody about the terrible thing that you did.
That's correct. That's correct. And see, I work with a team. It was kind of, in a way, I think that, when I had my car wreck, right, back in 2016, I had a lot of time to think. Let's just put it that way. Rehabbing for a year, can't drive, can't really go anywhere, working through some medical challenges, that kind of thing. I had to rethink how I wanted my team, because at first it was just me, riding solo, backpack, laptop, portable printer. It was just me. And I would just do a couple of projects a month, not anything really serious, really heavy, just a few things for some people that I knew, great people that I've been working with since I was 18, nothing major. And I started really sitting back thinking about all the skills that I had. I saw the future of what was coming, because I read the financial news, I read the technology news, I read those things every day so that I could keep abreast in what's trending, what's going on, how do the laws that our country is passing, how will that affect businesses, trickled all the way down, small business, how does the government locally, how all those things trickle down to small business. So I had to think like, okay, I have to accept my new normal. I can't just jump on a plane and fly to New York like I used to. I can't sprint through the airports, a sister getting pushed, with the gray hair club now. I had to think about my new normal. And I had to think, okay, you went through some medical things, you have a photographic memory, but you're not as sharp as you used to, right? So I had to think about who I needed beside me that had a skill set that I knew was trending and that was coming through for entrepreneurs and what entrepreneurs needed. So I started with my friends. And then after that, I started scouting people. Like when I had a radio show, I started scouting people like, hey, you want to come on my show real quick? And then at the end of the show, well, you know what? I just think you'd be a good part of the team. Let's sit down and talk about this. People thought it was nuts, but I had a strategy. People had to learn how to be accountable for their actions. Just because you have a business, that don't mean you know how to run a business. I had to get someone that's on that, that's a learning strategist, that's an instructor in business coaching, that can coach people. I had to get someone on my team that's a human resource specialist. Why? Because they can teach someone how to run their team, or a nonprofit, how to work with your board, how to form your board. So I had to think about all of the missing pieces that I didn't see in entrepreneurship, and I just gathered them all up on one team. It was just one of those things. I'm good at a lot of things, but I know if I have people around me that are great at things, it makes me a better entrepreneur. It makes me a better CEO. It makes me study harder and faster to learn some of the things that my team members know.
To keep up.
Yeah, but I love the challenge of it all. And I wanted to do it in a family space. We worked out of my home for like a year. It's kind of funny when people are knocking on your door. Hey man, it's time to get up. You got a meeting today.
I bet that was.
Or at the end of the day, you land across your bed and they're like, hey man, it's a photo shoot scheduled. And I'm like, oh, it's the green room set up, which was my living room. It's the green room set up.
That's cute.
Because people think you have to have a lot of resources to start a business. I didn't have anything when I started my business. My friends took me out to eat, and I gave them 4 sheets of paper. Basically, this is my business plan. It was 4 pages. But on the last page, I had their pictures and told them how I wanted them to play a part of the growth and of the birth of it. And they wrote me checks. These are my friends that I've been knowing 20, 30 years. They wrote me checks to say, get your dream out there. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, what are we going to name it? Let's name it. Yeah, let's name it. And he's like, no, you're going to name it. It's your legacy. When you got friends like that really believe in you and push you, and they really believe in your dream, You know, because let's just be real. This was the first business plan that I didn't had that had made it. Let's just be real about that. I didn't fail as a business owner. I have failed. Okay, I have failed. I have invested a lot of money. I have failed in a lot of ways,
and that is so important for people to hear.
Yeah, this is one thing I got right.
You know,
this is one thing I got right. So I had to take my chance, but I never took for granted the people that invested in me, the people that took their time out to talk with me. Like, truly, my team was a bunch of people running guinea pig ideas on each other for marketing, for videography, for photography. Like, you know, they sit there trying to tell me how to pose and gonna put me in some Spanx. And I said, I don't think y'all understand this ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Sister a little thick around the middle. But I did it in the space of one of our team members wanted to style people, style entrepreneurs, go in and remake their closet. So, you know, she didn't have much to work with in my closet. You know, you had to go to the store and buy things, as they say. You had to go to the store, you know, because I'm a t-shirt person.
Right.
But it worked in a sense of it really got the vision out there. I got some great entrepreneurs work in the community, working in entrepreneurial spaces in their fields. It's been great to watch people grow. It has been great. It's been great. We were each other's guinea pigs for like the first 3 or 4 months. We was like, okay, what's your brand? How we get your brand off the ground? What's your brand? So my brand was last. The firm was last. I wanted to get everybody else up and running.
Right.
I was last.
That was wow. I got 2 questions for you.
Ready?
I done put my reporter thing on. Excuse me, ma'am. I have 2 questions for you. My first question for you would be this. This is my new famous question. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
What is your why?
So, and I tell people this a lot, but it's real. I know what it's like to have a dream inside of you that you can't get out. I know what it's like to have an idea in your head, but you don't know how the vision is going to come true. You don't know how to make it come true. You don't know what resources you have. You're looking at it from, I can't afford to do this. How can I balance my work home life? My why was because I saw too many people that had a vision and they didn't know how to do it. But it was also me overcoming my fear. Here I am since the age of 18, cheerleading everybody else. Yeah, open a business, do it. And then here I'm sitting here looking at myself like, girl, you're a government worker. Why are you telling people to do something that you have failed at numerous of times? Start stopping on jumping from this thing to this thing to this thing. Because, you know, as a person with ADHD, my interest changes all the time. Like, I'll get hyper focused on something and want to start a business out of it, not thinking it all the way through. But I know what it feels like to sit there and feel defeated, like you can't get something done or you can't accomplish something. And, you know, I tell people all the time, like, the awards I've gotten over the years is great. But just the fact that I could see someone smile and take a deep breath in relief and knowing that they have somebody who's there for the journey of the business, they do it every time. And like I tell people, bring me a Sprite. Bring me a Sprite when you come to my office. Bring me a Sprite because we gonna.
My beautician, I have to bring her Pepsi.
Yeah, you know, you want me to put my thinking cap on? I need some dopamines. Yeah, you know, like you guys over there, y'all got y'all Mountain Dew, I got Sprite. So this is how Oh, please understand the business guru is not being advertised to pay for any of these products. But please understand, if you want to write a sister a check, I'm all for it, okay? But
there you go.
Love it.
Like, I got furniture made out of Sprite up in this piece, okay?
Oh, good.
Go ahead and sign that check over.
Let's go. It's go time. So that's my why. I know what it's like, and for people to have a vision and they feel like nobody believes in them, nobody is supporting them in any kind of way. Yes. And I just decided we're just going to rip that off. I'm going to bring in a room full of people who can make everything happen from A to Z for you. We're going to work with your budget. You know what I mean? Because I can't get blood out of no Turner. Right. So I got to get you to a point where you're making money in order for me to even collect my fees. So we're going to do that. And if you're a person who can't afford it, I got plenty of people that will support your vision in a way of sponsorship. So that way my team can do that for you. It's no problem. Like, let's get it done. You know, what's your idea? Let's go.
And I know you have another question, Country Boy, but since she said that about that would be that's kind of the biggest thing that I think when people say, why haven't you started that business? Oh my God, that sounds so great. Why haven't you started? Why haven't you started? What would you say is the number one thing they would say?
Resources.
Money, funding, right?
Funding. It could be knowledge. You know what I mean? You know, just because you worked as a chef in a restaurant don't mean you need to own a restaurant. You know, or at least run it. You can own it, but you ain't got to run nothing that you own. Yeah. I tell people that all the time. You find the talent to do those things, but it's resources. Sometimes it's knowledge. You got an idea for something, but you don't know all of the inner workings. But you may have an idea of what can improve something that's already existing. Mm-hmm. So you take that, and I'm one of those people. Come to my office. I don't care what kind of idea you have. You know, if you want to open up a 24-hour chicken wing joint, we can talk about that because I'm being lined at about midnight.
Okay. Yeah, that's something I always say is missing. Is somebody, I live like close to the Heights. Yeah. You ride down, what is it, Ella? Ain't nothing open past 10 o'clock. I'm like, the money is so right here, right here. Let me stay open. I'll stay open for you.
You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. If somebody have a business idea and they come to my office, we talking about that thing for A to Z. I could plan out your whole business in about 2 hours with me and my team. Because all we're going to do is sit there and say, okay, how fast do you want to go? Because for us, we could get you up and running real quick. Or we can slow poke it however way you want to do it. But it's all about your motivation. But we're here to support you in any kind of way.
You know, and I was just thinking about this for myself personally. Been in business, working for others. I took the opportunity that was given to me. When I say given to me, when I was going somewhere to go to work, to learn how they ran what they were doing. Mm-hmm. You know, I if I'm there and okay, well, this is my job. Well, let me learn what this is. Well, you know, let me learn what the cashier does. Let me learn all aspects. Let me learn about management. Let me learn. And I don't think people take that initiative. While you're getting paid, mm-hmm. Learn, you know, that's a school that's paying you. That's like, you know, you're talking about a job is a school that's actually paying you. You can learn about it. Ask the question. That man that's your boss, why they paying you to do the job, ask him the question about what he do. And why he do what he do. And you take, I mean, that was just me. It was like, I want to know.
Oh, no, that's real. You know, I tell people all the time, since I was 18, I've always worked jobs that were stackable. You know, I never knew when I was going to take my leap into entrepreneurship. I can honestly tell you, I had some good government jobs. I don't think that it was ever really in my brain to really do it outside of a part-time basis, right? But I made sure every job I had was stackable. I would look at the next ranking up and say, okay, what skill set do I have to have? And I started working on it. You know, if it's like, okay, you got to have 2 years experience to go to this level. Then at the 2-year mark, let me go and look at what skill set I need that I don't have. Let me figure it out. If that means taking classes outside of your job, because I was one of those people. I took Excel classes outside my job. I went to seminars on the weekends. I went to software classes, even softwares that didn't have nothing to do with my job. Yeah. But I knew that it was something that could stack. And oh yeah, man, I tell everybody, you got to use that OPM, other people's money. You got to do that. And the thing about it is, I was so strict and disciplined in it that I lived off a third of my income for years. I lived off a third of my income because I knew I needed to invest in myself to get to that level. And you're right. Use your job to learn how to write those policies and procedures. Learn how to write business emails. If you someone that work with spreadsheets all day, man, figure out how to make macros and write macros and write program. That's something that people look for. And I tell people, entrepreneurship is not for everybody.
Right.
But if you're going to go in that thing and you working a job, I don't care if you're mopping the floor. You better come in there and figure out how to come up with your own floor wax while you're on them people time. Come up with something that's going to clean the grout on those people time. Like, you figure it out. Learn how to do those pressure washing machines. Do you know, I did not know that people charge people $100 to wash out a trash can using a power washer. I never knew that. I'm very upset that I didn't know about this income thing that I could do. That's a business idea, you know.
Right.
You know, for somebody that's out there, you know, you might want to look into that. But I never knew that all of those things were there. But I had to sit back and take a look of where I was. I wasn't someone that was dissatisfied with my job and got into entrepreneurship. I can't tell the boss how to be the boss. You got there some kind of way. I got to figure out how you got there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hate about the position and the title that you got. I don't know what sacrifices you did to get there. You know, being an entrepreneur now, I had to learn the work-life balance. And I can tell you, some days I got it. Most times I don't. But I think for me, I had to work at a certain goal and at a certain pace that I wanted to get to. You know, you got a good team and y'all crush your 5-year goals in 2.5 years. You got to think of what you're going to do for the next 2.5 years. And we did it. And we just do it every day with pride and with fun. And anybody that wants to be an entrepreneur, you're watching right now, you can do it too. Learn your craft. If it's something you're interested in, start learning it now. I don't care if you don't implement it for 2-3 years or you don't go out, you know, start your business for 2-3 years. Learn your craft. Every day I read, I study, I listen to other people's podcasts. I read financial news, political news. I read the books that come out with the laws. Like, I read that stuff because you have to intake it, because you have to know how it's going to affect, you know, you as a business owner. But you need to know how it can affect your potential clients as well.
Right.
You have to be knowledgeable in what's going on currently, other than, you know, the TikTok trends and the Instagram algorithm. You got to know more than that.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know none of that stuff neither, but yeah, you do. I don't know none of that stuff. Hey, look, I know I had one more question. I think it was a question. I don't know. I done got off track, Lord. Hold on. Wait. Give me a second. Ooh, I'm back.
Kathy.
I'm back. Let me ask you. I know that you do a lot of wonderful things. And one of the things that stuck out to me that you said, that if you're not giving back, and I know that's one of your big things right there, you can just move on down the road. If you're not pouring back in,
that's right.
I don't need you. So can you wait a minute? I'm gonna use a big word. Can you elaborate on that?
Look at you.
Take it over here. So my thing is this, right? The community in which you place your business. I don't care if, like we was talking about earlier, a wing place, a barbershop, it can be a dance academy, it can be an insurance company. I don't care. When you set up foundation for your business, remember, community and people within different communities are the ones that are paying you. So you have to be able to give back to the community that pays you. So for me, any business come through the office, first thing I'm in my office, I ask them why, ask them what they want to do. What's your time frame? But then I say this: how are you going to give back to the community? If you don't have money, donate some time, even if it's an hour a week, 2 hours a week, whatever. If you don't have the time, but you can write a check, write a check. But tell me how the community is going to benefit from you being a successful entrepreneur. How are you going to take someone else to the next level, or take the community that you serve to the next level? How is that going to happen? And if you can't give me an answer, you could set another appointment and come back when you can answer that question. But I counsel people real quick. If you do not serve the community, you cannot be my client, period. I don't care how much money you done gave me, I will write you that check right back.
I love
Right
it.
back.
I mean, and I think a lot of people miss that little thing. We have businesses set up in communities that don't give back to the very communities that they're in. The people in those, and if it wasn't for the people in those communities, that business would not exist. And they will not give back. I don't care if what you just said. I don't care if it's a haircut place. Can you cut a kid's hair once a week? Can you, instead of always taking from?
Yeah.
Our communities die because people come in and suck out of, but never breathe life in. I'm sorry, y'all went off.
Well, but the thing about it is that sometimes, and one of the things that I've learned about business owners, they don't know how. They feel like they're one person, one individual. I don't know how what I do is going to make a difference within my community, or me giving back in this kind of way. How, like you said, one person cut one kid's hair a week for free. They don't realize what confidence booster that is, or the fact that you don't realize, you don't know who's amongst your audience within your community when you give something back.
Right.
You would be so surprised. Like, I've had people come to me and say, "Hey, what do you need?" I told this one guy, I said, "Well, I need a printer in my office." And he has a nonprofit. And what did he do the next day? He bought me like an $800 printer to my office and said, "Okay, well, we signed you up for the Ink of the Month Club. You'll get ink every month." And I'm like, okay. And this is someone who came to me for advice, and I gave advice. He said, "Well, what do you need around here?" I said, "Well, I need a printer." I said, "Because I have people in the community that ask me to print out flyers, different things like that, but I need a heavy duty printer." And he did it. So what did I do in turn for that? I hooked him up with a shoe company that donates shoes to him every year for his nonprofit. So it's kind of like, you figure out your ways. It could be a contact. Sometimes a contact could be you serving a community. Some people that need an AC unit, and you got an AC guy in your phone, they can at least service somebody. Take them over there to grandma's house and let them service somebody's stuff. That could be your give back, and making those connections to what the resources that someone needs. It doesn't always have to be monetary.
Definitely.
People think it does. It doesn't. It helps someone with a resource.
And with you saying that, it's not hard. I'm a rapper. Well, pretty soon I'm getting a promotion, but right now I'm a wraparound specialist. And so it was so Country Boy and I had days where we were frustrated because in my job I provide all non-academic needs to students, meaning housing, housing and shelter, shoes, clothing. And the person that was over that area, the school is in a affluent area, but there's still those people that live down the street around the corner in the crooks that needed help, that was coming to me and said, "I don't have food to eat." So it's little bitty things, that you have to call for and that you need. And my point was, Country Boy and I, really too bad we didn't know you then, apparently, that we needed to reach out for a pair of shoes. But I was going to the story when you said the self-esteem part. There was a young lady, I think she was fourth grader. If I tell you that baby's hair was, I'm talking about matted, like you touched it and it moved. Yeah. And the principal, that was the one thing she did was great. She paid for me to take her to get her haircut. When the baby got, there's a long other story to it, but the positive part about the story was you should have seen her after she got that haircut. And she was a beautiful little girl. You know what I mean? She had friends, because some days she would tell me, "They don't want to talk to me today." In my petty, you don't want to talk to them either. But no, when she got a haircut, she had friends. She just came out of her shell because she felt so bad about their haircut. So those little things like that, you just don't know what it means to, especially a child. And you don't think that children think like that, but little children are cruel to each other. So even a baby coming to me saying, looking at her shoes, you're like, "You need some new shoes?" I just need a pair of shoes to get his baby. And the baby put the shoes on, and you thought she had on some Gucci shoes, but they were just that important. So with you saying that people don't understand the little bitty things. I mean, I'm talking, I bought some shoes from Ross. I ran to Ross and picked up a pair of shoes, cost $19.99. Baby felt like she had on shoes that probably cost $150. You know what I mean?
And the thing about it is that it really takes a village. It takes a village to be a part of the community, to uplift the community in any kind of way. It also takes a village to support business owners. A lot of people really didn't understand it because, entrepreneurship is hard. It's hard. But if you help people with the resources that you have, it makes it a little bit easier for everybody. I don't need a pat on the back every time I help somebody.
Right.
Shoot, I'll probably be black and bruised, but if I got a pat on the back every time I help someone. But it's like you do it for you because you bring about good karma in your life, and you bring those blessings to you when you do good for someone else. So to me, like I tell people, you want a successful business, give to the community. If you give to the community, the money don't come. Don't worry about trying to make all this money out the gate. Let's just be real. We know the statistics about business, and about the first 5 years, you're not going to make a lot of money. That's true, but you don't have to be the exception to the rule. If you serve the community, the money will come. And I learned that lesson as a kid from my parents. If you serve the community, money will come. Opportunities will come your way. The things that you manifest will manifest in your direction. All you have to do is put good karma out there, and you will get it back. Put those good things, those good vibes out there. If you do it, you can get it in return, and it's really no problem. Like, I don't worry about things that I don't have and I didn't have for my business. I didn't worry about that starting out the gate. I didn't care about not having fancy clothes or a fancy car. Look, I still drive the same car that I have for years. So it's like I don't look at my life in that kind of elevation. Right. Everything that I do is very intrinsic. So it's for me. It's not necessarily for people to see the riches. I'm rich in what I already have and how I feel inside. Everything else is just window dressing, how I feel. And I tell people I live off a part of my income because I'm trying to retire before 50. Yeah. That's just a goal of mine that I've had since I was 16. I've been saving since I was 16. And that's what I want to do. But along the way, I'm going to create some impact going out the door, whether that's with people's businesses, their podcasts, whatever they got going on in their spaces. I want to push those envelopes to make sure that people know that these people are here. Yes. You have to do that.
I so agree. While y'all were talking about I don't know why this is crazy. Well, it's me, so it's probably why I came. Do you know it takes years and years for a forest to grow? You can plant a tree, and it takes years for that tree to grow to its fullness. But it only takes one match to burn it down.
That's right.
And the thing is, we have to keep building the forest because the matches are going to keep trying to come. And we have to keep planting. That's why it's so important what you're saying is to keep planting. This is to keep planting. When we feed and we pour back into our communities, when we do for our children, when we do for our future, what we're doing is keep on planting the forest because them matches are coming.
Yeah. And we have to be okay with the fact that, things are up and down, right? As with everything else. But if you arm yourself with the knowledge as to what's happening and what's going to happen in the future, you can plan for your business and you can plan of how you want to help the community.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like if you're a musician, give a free concert. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be something where you're passing out turkeys to the community. You know what I mean? That we know y'all got for a discount. Let's just be real. So, you know what I mean? It could be something simple as that. It could be simply you taking a young kid underneath your wing and saying, hey, what do you want to do in the long run? Let me hook you up with some resources. Let me help you with some people. It really doesn't take a lot, but you can create an impact that's out this world.
Yes.
out this world if you just decide to let go of fear and forgive yourself for everything that you got right in your life and everything that you got wrong. A lot of people think that you can't do things, but no, you have to forgive yourself because you got to get to the breakthrough. You got
Wow.
the breakthrough, like the good and the bad. Because if you do good, you're gonna try to find a reason how to top the last great thing that you did to keep being great and keep getting those applause. And then sometimes we don't know how to forgive ourselves for the things that failed, failed friendships, failed relationships, bad business deals.
Ooh.
Maybe you didn't do right by that one client. Forgive yourself for that because you have to be able to get to the breakthrough. How can you be your creative and great self and put good and create impact if you can't get to your breakthrough? And it starts with you. So you can create all things. You can have the best team in the world, but if you don't have that breakthrough, if you can't let go of that baggage, that ego, that all of that, then how can you get there?
I got a word for you, Candace.
Yeah.
I got a word for you. You know what that word is?
Let's go.
Grace.
Yeah.
We have to learn how to extend grace, starting with ourselves.
That's true. That's true. Look, I just do it and I have fun. I don't take myself too seriously. I just have fun with it. Someone call me on the phone, you have a business question. It's go time. Let's go, baby. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm not one of them people that say, oh, call such and such and such, and they'll set up an appointment. No, if I got time to talk, we finna talk right now, or I'm going to call you back in the next 20, 30 minutes. But we're going to get this done. So I have to ask a question, you guys, because we're speaking on it today, right? Any questions y'all have for me?
Co-host,
I know we
You
talked
didn't
about
ask all. You don't normally ask questions. You didn't ask all the good questions, but I do have a question though. Consultation. How much do you have an initial consultation?
I do have initial consultation, and depending on the conversation or what we're talking about, sometimes I do it for free, but my consultations are $100 an hour. Currently, I'm running a summer special where each session is 50. But we could look. I'm one of those people. We're gonna talk about it. Let's figure out the idea. Let's get that done, and I'll answer any question. It doesn't matter if you guys throw me a business question or a question that you need a solution for. Let's go. Let's go time.
Do you it's a horrible way of saying it, but dream killers. At one of the schools I worked at, the lady would call herself the dream killer because you had to tell certain students you couldn't be a what is everybody engineer. She had to be that person to kind of figure out a way to tell them that. So do you are there any ideas that you would say maybe we should go a different direction?
No.
Okay.
Everything that you want to do, we can figure out a plan to do it. No matter on a big scale or a smaller scale, or it may be through joint ventures with other companies to get it done, or joint partnerships or collaborations with different people. There's always a way to get it done. I am not a dream killer by any means, but I'm going to give you the real. Okay?
Right.
I'm going to take, hey, man, this idea stinks, man. Ooh, oh, no, this is too funky for me. But let's sit down and think of some ways to work around that, right? Yeah. Let's think of some unorthodox ways where we can come up with this capital so you can get this idea off the ground. Or, hey, let's talk with some other inventors that invented this piece, but you invented this piece together. Y'all got a whole component. Let's figure out ways where we can do this. And most people say I'm a creative, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a consultant, but people call me a creative consultant because I'm gonna come up with some stuff that it might not be run of the mill. It may be very unorthodox, but it always works. My record speaks for itself. It always works. Always.
I love that. What about how you said when I asked you about are your dream killer, you said no dream. Oh, so do you ever hear an idea that you be like, okay, I like that. Can we partner? Like,
yes,
do this together.
Yeah, okay. I do that. Okay. I do that with people, or I also help people in that way. If they can't find funding, I'll help them find funding for their company, or else I will come up with the resources myself to get their project off the ground for the first 6 months. And then after that, we evaluate it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like what I used to do when we first started, especially during COVID, I would invest the money in someone's company, be a part of their organization for 6 months, so I can work. I can see how all of the inner workings work and how we can get it to profit. Once it gets to profit, the profit that you were giving me as a business partner, I'm gonna give it back to you. I'm not gonna keep it. I'm gonna give it back to you. But I'm gonna come in as a partner, and I'm gonna take 10% of your income, your revenue, or your net earnings every month, and I'm gonna put that away for you. And at the end of the 6 months, I'm gonna give you that money back and say, go invest. This is the next line. This is the next thing you need to invest in for your company to make it grow. That's how I do it. I do the same thing. I sponsor people's podcasts that maybe they don't have, they have a voice and a vision, but they don't have the funds to come up with a studio. Okay, I got a studio, so I just eliminate that problem for you. You see what I mean? So I'm one of those people. I'm going to use my resources to help you be successful at all times. That's just how I do it.
My last question is business plan. Do you accept people that come to you? They have a plan, but it's here. It's not on paper.
That's cool. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a 1-page sheet of paper, and you're going to write your business plan on that 1 page. I don't need 25-page business plan. Don't give it to me because I ain't going to read it.
I ain't gonna read it.
Because the thing about it is, I'm going to tear it apart anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to tear it apart. I'm going to redline it. Because I used to be an educator.
Daughter said that.
You know, I used to be a teacher. So I'm going to redline that thing. I'm going to tear it apart. And we're going to put it back together. But in 1 page, you should be able to break down everything. Who do you want to serve? What do you want to do? What are the resources you need? Who's your competition? You should be able to tell me that in 1 page. I don't need 50 pages. Now, if you're trying to do bank funding, I will help you write the business plan to get the bank funding. You know, if you're going through a bank, I will do that. But when it comes to business, I'm going to pull out the sheet of paper and I'm going to let you talk. I just want you to flow and talk. We can play a game of chess. We can listen to some music, whatever you want to do. I want to get you to flow because I need you to brain dump at that moment. Right. And I'm going to turn that into 1 page. Yeah, 1-page business plan by the end of that meeting. You know, and then the thing about it is the plan can always change. I tell people you don't have to be perfect coming out the gate to get into entrepreneurship. The perfection is in the progress. You don't have to be perfect and think you know everything coming out the door for entrepreneurship. You don't have to do that.
I think that's important too for people to know. My mom watched one of my podcasts, and she walked away with, well, I guess I can't because we've had several guests, but after this particular show, she walked away with, oh, I guess I can't do that because they said I have to have this amount of money to get started. I was like, Mama, everybody has their own thoughts, but don't say that because that's not always the case. There's always things you can work around things. So I think it's important to talk about that too. Like how you mentioned you failed at some things.
I failed.
Sometimes people come out and talk about all the successes.
No.
And there's never I did fail at first. I did it, Michael Jordan, he got kicked off the team. Everybody knows that. But he ended up doing something. So I think it's always important too, Candace, that people know that this ain't an easy thing. Everybody didn't just wake up tomorrow and we were just making all this money.
Oh, let me tell you something. I failed and I was sitting there holding my hair like, wait. Yeah. No. You can start a business with $0. Only thing that happened with me with my friends was they pulled out their checkbooks and they gave me a check a piece because of what I needed. Okay? I told my friends, I got this set up, and these were things that were free. Okay? People don't understand. Do you know how many free certifications there are out there that I've made thousands of dollars with?
Really?
Free. Oh, I got a list. I sent to you. So It's like you can start a business. If you someone, okay, prime example, right? You want to be a home organizer. You want to come in somebody's home and organize all their stuff, right? Oh my gosh, I don't have organizers. I don't have this. I don't have the fancy stuff from the container stuff. You don't even need that. If you need some practice people, you need some guinea pigs. Why? Yeah. Because you want to take those before and after shots. Why? Because that's what you're going to drop on social media. If you know somebody that do graphic design, hey man, I'm gonna come organize your garage for you to create my logo and my graphics. Hey, I know you got a printing company. I'm gonna come in and organize all your little printing stuff from A to Z, and the light colors to the dark colors, whatever you need me to do. Man, if you need me to come fold shirts after you print them, but I need a couple of company shirts. I'm gonna volunteer my services, but I need about 3 good shirts with my logo on it. You don't have to have money to get started with business. Why? Because if somebody have a print shop, you know how to work the equipment. Hey, how much would you charge me to come in for 4 hours? Or hey, can I donate 8 hours of my service a week for me to be able to use your equipment for 4 hours to print my client stuff?
Right.
Why? Because I'm helping this person get free labor, but I'm getting something out of the deal too.
Yes.
Okay, oh hey, okay, you the church lady at the church that make the flyers for the church. Okay, well, if I come in here and I answer phones for you for an hour, can you make this flyer for me so that I can post this on social media?
Wow.
Okay, wait, what you mean? The green sheet allow you to advertise on Thursdays and Fridays for free?
They still do that?
Thank you. I do it every week.
I still did that.
And they got it online now, and they got an app.
Yes.
It's too easy to start a business with no funds.
Right.
You just have to tap into your gift. As you tap into your gift, you have that. And I don't care what anybody say, you could be a 9-to-5er and an entrepreneur at the same time. You just have to create balance and create a schedule for yourself. And the thing about it is, you can have someone that have all the decorating tools on earth. Hey, can I shadow you? Right. Can I work with you to figure out how you got to this level? I still do that to this day. I'm a business coach that have business coaches and strategists. I just talked to my strategist last week when I sent them an email at 2 a.m. in the morning saying, hey man, this is my next business idea. I hope y'all ready. Get ready.
Here she go, another idea. Here she go.
Yeah, so you can use, you have to understand, in our phones are powerful. We have so many resources. We know people out here that do a little bit of everything.
Right.
And you can always shadow someone. That's how I learned a lot in entrepreneurship. I worked a regular 9-to-5 job, but at night and on the weekends, I shadowed other entrepreneurs. I wanted to hear about their pain points. How do they handle their employees? Do I need a uniform? Do I need to come? How do I need to do my invoicing? What do I need to put in these emails? Like, I shadowed people for years, acting as their assistants, because I wanted to know how I could get this off the ground. You don't have to walk through the door with all this money. All these people want y'all to get loans and credit cards and business credit. Forget all of that. I don't have no PPP loans. I don't have no credit cards. I'm straight cash and carry, and that is how I have ran my business. But that's me.
Yeah.
I run my business off about $200 worth of apps a month. Software and apps.
There you go.
And then the thing about it is, if you're an entrepreneur and there's a certain app that you want, and you know that thing costs $50 a month, only thing you got to do is sign up to be a beta tester to test out all the new features, and they're going to give it to you for $18 a month. But we ain't going to talk about that.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? It's too many ways that you could be in business and make money, and you don't have to have a lot. Tell mama to call me with that business idea. I bet you in 30 minutes I have it flushed out, and she'll start it in a week. Because I'm going to hook up with all the right people and all the right connections to start this right here. You don't have to have this in a bank. A lot of people think you got to have brick and mortar when you start out. No, you don't. If you want a restaurant, you can rent a ghost kitchen on the weekends and have all your orders set up through Uber Eats and have people come and get it through Uber Eats, or tell people, hey, I got a soft location, come and do a drive-by. Just like you go through McDonald's, you go through their little drive-through and go and get your filet mignon and go home. See, a lot of
girl, you ain't even dropping nuggets. You dropping whole bricks. Like yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know somebody that had a food truck.
Yeah.
Ask them what days are they slow days. People that run food trucks don't run them every day.
Right.
So let me use your food truck on that day. We're going to call it a pop-up sponsored by blah, 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 taco truck. But they're sponsoring my company for a day where I can post in their place and use their pop-up, and my people can come and get the food that I cook. It's so many different ways. You know, look, we done seen it all the time. And people in jail be using mattresses and coffee cans and everything else to run restaurants in the prison. You can't tell me that you got to have all this money and A1 credit and you got to have business credit in 6 months to attain this and this and this. These people gonna send y'all to jail, okay? Y'all gonna be in
Cups.
Okay? Let me tell you something. You know, I didn't do PPP loans. I didn't have to do any of that. I used the resources that I had to gain business. I used that OPM to pay for office space. Like I did what I had to do because I wanted to keep the dream alive for my fellow entrepreneurs that decided to go into the firm with me. So if you got a business idea, y'all can give me a business idea right now. I bet y'all can run it down in less than 10 minutes.
There you go. There you go.
Y'all want to take that challenge up?
Already, you girl. I already got this in my head. What I'm be look. I'm gonna come get my $50 worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because
this thing that's in my mind that I can't do because it's money. You know, it's something great that's gonna make a lot of money, but you gotta have the money. I gotta have the money to get it done. So yeah.
Why? If you know micro manufacturers, you don't need to have the money. Okay, so prime example, right? I use this all the time. Somebody wants to start up a shirt company, a t-shirt company, right? But you know, you gotta have the shirts, you gotta have ink, you gotta have the presses, you gotta have all of that, right? Do you know how many small companies that create cotton shirts, that create the same inks without you going to a big place? You could go to a small place and do a partnership with that person. If they can press the shirts, you got a company that run the ink, all of y'all can have these shirts or buy these companies and put everybody's company inside of the label tag and put it on a website, and each company had the same shirt design on 3 different websites, which means what? You got 3 different people that have different customer bases that's gonna get this shirt design. But I got a person that got the shirts, I got a person that got the ink, and I got somebody that got the heat press. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to have that. You can use very small micro manufacturers. You don't have to go in and get the big labels and all of that for your merchandise and all that. It's smaller companies that are out here, and they're called micro manufacturers. They make the same things that's in Walmart. All those components that you see and all these different gadgets, these people make that on a smaller scale. It's just that one big company is the person that's working with all of these smaller manufacturers. We didn't seen that in the news. Now we ain't gonna talk about that Shein stuff, okay? That RICO charge, but
I'm not gonna talk about it. But go ahead.
Okay, but you have to look at what they did. Now I don't care for I don't like people when I hear about people exploiting people's labor. I'm not into that.
Definitely.
But they use smaller clothing design companies, small clothing manufacturers that couldn't get their businesses off the ground. That's how they did it. Now, as far as their labor practices and all of that, I ain't got nothing to say about that.
Yeah,
but my point was this. They came up with a clothing conglomerate, but they used smaller clothing companies to get it done. So sometimes you can do that and use other people's resources, use other people's audiences. Like people scared to use other people's money, other people's resources, and other people's audiences. Do it and create your fortune. You'll be so surprised if you ask everybody on your friends list to donate you $5 to get your dream off the ground. Hey, this is a piece of equipment I'm trying to use. I only need this much money to get it. Who's going to help me get there? In return, I'm going to make a shirt for everybody that donated $5 if I get this equipment. You see what I'm saying? It's different ways you can crowdfund. It's different ways that you can work with other people. Like I said, if my homeboy down the street got a print shop and I know I got an idea for a fly cap, I'm finna go down the street.
We're going to have a conversation.
Because one thing is this. Either you're going to let me come in and print, or I'm going to sell you my design. And then I want a percentage of all the profits from that design. It's different ways you can make money. You don't have to be the one that manufactured and make the clothes. You can be somebody that just come up with the designs and sell the designs to different clothing brands.
Right.
People forget that. It's different ways you can make money with no money.
Wow.
No money. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I didn't have a dime to my name. I didn't have a dime. I didn't have a laptop. I did not, because I worked a government job. I had the work jobs equipment. I couldn't use that for what I was doing. I asked my mom, hey, well, Mom, you got this laptop in here. The only thing you doing here is play Tetris and Barbie Land. Can I use this when you at work? People don't realize sometimes you go through those things because you have to be creative in how you can get going, how you can get started. Just do it. Don't let nobody talk you out your dream until you got to have, well, in order for me to help you, your budget has to be. Forget that. You got to come through the door knowing something. Either you got, hey, I can invest $200 a month in my dream. I can invest $100 in my dream. But you know what I'm gonna do? Hey, bring me your bank statements. Let's go through your personal bank statements and let's see what we can cut out in your personal bank statement. Let's with your money that you got coming in. Let's see how you can do that. Or shoot, what you mean you make a mean peach cobbler? Shoot, when the last time you made some peach cobbler? You can sell a tray of peach cobbler for about $35-$40 down to the church. Girl, ain't in about 10 churches in your neighborhood. Why you ain't selling them a peach cobbler every week? They're gonna tell their friends about that, and then you have all the money you need.
And even my sister she goes to all these little workshops. She called me the other day and said, Trina, this lady was charging $27 to go to this thing, and she had 3,500 people on there. And the woman didn't teach nothing. She had other people come in and teach.
Well, it's nothing wrong with that either if you got something out of what the speaker.
Well, yeah, and yeah. But it was just, oh my gosh, I was like, really? Never really thought.
But see, that's somebody's using their resources.
Right, exactly.
Because they knew, hey, I know that I want certain people to deliver messages to certain people. Right. I know I'm not the message deliverer, but I know I can pick a hotel. I know I could get somebody to make a real nice flyer. And I know how to pick the people to on. Sometimes that's a gift.
Yes.
Now, it ain't cost that lady not a dime.
Right. Gave an honorarium probably for.
But it's one of those things where you put yourself in a position to win.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. If you know you want to do something, but you only got one day a week to dedicate it, work your butt off that one day a week. Work your butt off. Like, you can scope your dream and start your dream now. Use your friends and family as guinea pigs. Use me as a guinea pig. Anybody can call me. I don't care. I don't care if it's the ugliest design search. Shoot, I just got me a new uniform to put this thing on. I'll be like, okay, but next time, just make sure the color don't bleed through. You know what I mean? We good. I'm just saying. But my thing is this. I would support that side of anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Barbers want to do that. I'm cool with it. Like, oh, you want to cut my hair? Okay, cool. Look, I'm going to come through and let you cut my hair. You can do whatever.
Then we're going to post it.
And we're going to post it.
That's it.
What you want to do?
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we're scared to tap into our dream because we don't know where it's going to come from. We don't know where the resources are going to come from. We don't know if we're going to be successful. And the thing about it is, I'll be honest with you, I never worried about the monetary side of it. It was intrinsic for me. It was just something that I can do. What can I do? I got this brain. The universe gave me this greatness for a reason. I can't hoard it for $1. Let me give it away.
Right.
Let me figure out a way to give it away. And a lot of times people can't. If you tell me your why, it's because you want to make a lot of money. You gotta get out of my office. Get out. Get out. Because that's how I speak on that. Get out. Get out of my office. When you come back with something better than that, let me know. Because people have failed in business every day.
Yes.
And I've seen it. Like, this month is, Black Entrepreneur Mental Health Month. A lot of people don't realize that entrepreneurship is hard. It will take everything out of you. For someone to step into a room and say, hey, this is what I do. People don't know what strength that takes. It's easy to sit in the background and not say nothing and let your gifts go by the wayside.
Yeah.
I've seen people that have built bird cages, dog houses, people that paint, that do artistic stuff. I've seen people that write technical booklets for major companies, and all they're doing is using their brain and their knowledge. It's so many things that you can do. You don't have to make candles to make money. You
Right.
use your
Right.
brain. What else? What else is there? Like you said, you're a wraparound specialist. I'll be out there to every nonprofit in Houston saying, okay, well, hey, I could come and teach a seminar on what some resources are that's out here that you can use. Let me introduce you to some speakers. Let me set up some people to come to some of these domestic violence shelters. Let
Yeah.
me have someone come to these boys and girls homes that can speak to these people. Let me use my resources that I know that are out here for good. You know, the police academy need people to come in and tell them about the school systems and how the school, you could be a speaker for that. There's so many different resources that are out here that you can implement and put into play, and it don't cost you anything. It just costs you a couple of minutes to think.
Couple of minutes to think. Country Boy and I are working on. We're in the planning stages. We want, and we're going to mention it to talk to you about it eventually. We're going to do a resource fair.
All right, let's go.
We're just trying to find what we know you're great at. We got to find us a location. That was the first thing he said, Candace. I was like,
let's go. You want a church? You want a school?
We don't know. We haven't got that far. We just know we need a place.
What side of town? Or you want to do it on?
We want to do twice a year, one on one side, one on the other side. But just free to the community, coming in and putting out these resources. People don't know all the resources out there, you know?
Too easy. Too easy. I would all right now.
So look, we working on a date and we gonna get Candace to help us with the location.
Someone that got a place that has really good traffic and great parking, and you want people to be able to get in and out, and you definitely want a location that's nice, airy, where people can, have those resources. I don't have no issues with that. You know, you look at the people that you already know, who's already in your network, and you tap into them. The thing about it is, somebody that work at a doctor's office, somebody that work at a lawyer's office. You already know these people. So the only thing you got to do, send a little paragraph and say, hey, I'm putting together a resource fair. Would you like to come out and advertise what you guys do and bring some freebies or some things for the community? I don't care if it's notebooks for back to school or whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? We belong to different organizations, different clubs.
Right.
There is your resource bank right there.
Right there.
And think about how many places you patronize. What is it for you to walk into them places and say, hey man, can you give me 5, gift certificates? I want to have a raffle. But by the way, if you got a food truck pull up, you know what I mean? Can you donate an hour worth of your services, an hour worth of your food? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
To show people that it can be done. It really just all depends on the ask and who you ask, and just make the vision plain for them. That's it.
I think we're gonna call it putting your money where your mouth is. And I'm only saying that because we're always saying that sometimes we see people that have these resources, and they show all these donations they get, but then when we call to get donations for the kids, what you say, Country Boy, crickets?
Crickets. So, I mean, it's for me and for us, one of our main goals of this broadcast collectively, for our individual broadcasts, is to be able to give back. It's to give back. Man, I stand on what we say to encourage, to uplift, and to support. If y'all don't know this, oh boy, that's all it's about. That's all it's about for me. This is not this thing for me is just about that. It's about being able to help others. It's about being able to give others the resources, whether it's this show, whether it's Table Talk, whether it's Chat with Trina, whether it's Candace over there doing her big thing over there. But that's what it's truly about. And I guess that's my most aggravating thing is when people don't understand that. Is let me tell you, let me go preach it real quick.
Oh
You
yeah.
can't take it. You can't take it with you.
True. That's true. That's
Get
true.
all the money you want. Okay. You can be put in the ground. You can be like, okay, well, I'm gonna just bury me. It's gonna rotten. So you can't. You ain't gonna touch it.
Yeah.
You can buy the biggest house you want, but as soon as they close that coffin, them grandkids, that ex, and everybody else gonna be running through that house. I'm telling you right now. I'm just telling you, they gonna be done tow that thing. There's gonna be holes in the wall and everything, and they gonna think twice about you.
But
That car,
that's
that
all
bill.
right. That's all right. That's why I'm gonna leave 5 cents in the bank, and I'm hey, you better get it while I'm here. When I'm done,
Yes, that part.
baby, I better know. But I mean, we laugh about it in jest, but it's real. I know for me, I didn't know what to do with my gifts. I didn't know how to process all of the knowledge that I have. How can I use all of these resources that I find? How is it that I'm learning all this stuff, but I need people to see it. I need them to
Yes.
understand it.
Yeah.
I was someone that just did word of mouth since I was 18. I didn't get a website till 2019. I didn't get social
Wow.
media till 2019. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where you you take every day we take a gift that we have for granted.
Yeah.
Some people are great decorators, they're great dressers, they can give a great word. We take those gifts every day for granted, thinking that we have another day to do it. Every day I live it like it's my last, and I'm gonna put on my best from the time I wake up till the time I go to sleep. But at the same time, my thought process is always, how can I create impact today? I don't care if it's one meeting I have. I don't care if all the rest of the meetings was trash. If I can help one person a day, that's all I
I
need.
love that.
That's it. Like, you got to find the beauty in the day. You can't be mad about things that didn't happen. Tomorrow you got a new day to start over and win that battle again. So you just have to do it, right? You have to do it. Oh, I see
Wow.
a question thing up there. Anybody have any questions?
I got one last question for you, and I'm gonna shut my old triple trap.
And then we're gonna let you take it home.
Then you gonna let me take it
We're
home,
not gonna shut your
Candace?
triple trap.
Candace, what do
Can
you what do you want your legacy to look like?
I just want to be known for a person that helped entrepreneurs live their dream. That's all I want. I think that's really it. Um, I want someone to. I always wanted someone to pour kindness on me in this way in regards to giving advice and things like that. So I decided to be that. A lot of people will tell you that they're successful in business, but a lot of people won't tell you how. I'm going to tell you how, and I'm going to give you the resources as to that how. Um, I just want people to know at the end of the day, my legacy is that I was able to help someone in need. That's it. That's that's really it. That's it. I won a lot of awards. My team has won a lot of awards. But the thing that I love most about what people always say is that you're always willing to help someone in need. You don't hesitate. You don't say no. You do it within your limits, within reasoning of yourself. So I think that's really it.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
that's it.
that's beautiful.
it
Y'all,
is
you
simple and
wait,
sweet. I love it.
That's it.
wait.
Well, Candace,
Oh, I got old.
I know you got him. You know he will sling snot in a minute.
Oh, but that's just the thing, right? And just to give some of the entrepreneurs that are watching right now some marketing tips that you want to be on the lookout for. Do not be scared of artificial intelligence.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Do not
That's
be
right.
scared. Do not be scared. Embrace it. And this is a thing too. A lot of research is going out there for the psychology of consumers, right? Right now. So look into those fall colors. and think about things that people don't normally celebrate, and celebrate those things, right? Most people celebrate uh, Parents' Day and 4th of July and different little things like that, right? But think about some of these unknown, man-made up holidays that people celebrate. There's some real big ones out there that you'll be surprised. You put some little marketing behind them and just, say, hey, happy donut day. You'll be surprised. You know, do not be scared of the trends, and don't be scared of creating your own trends. Work the social media platform that works for you. Facebook works for me. I work all the platforms, but Facebook is my go-to. But
Have
I
you joined
also,
Threads?
oh yeah, I'm on Threads. Oh
You
yeah,
Threads?
I'm
I'm really behind Country Boy. Them
all of the platforms.
Country Boy them beat me to Threads. I ain't even on Threads. I gotta get on there. What am I waiting on?
Country boy, I'm gonna give you a little tip. I'm gonna give you a little tip. Give everybody the tip that's watching. Watch the Gary V video. He just posted a podcast. I think it came out last Wednesday. He talked about how to monetize Threads. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. It's been a wonderful thing.
What?
You done piqued his interest.
Hey.
That.
He talks about Instagram and Threads, and we know that all of this owned by Meta. We get all of that, but he talks about the monetization of Threads and how you can link the monetization for your conversions to clients on Instagram and Threads. So when I saw that, I said, "Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one." Right?
And I think it hit. I remember the number of millions that Threads have hit already as of this morning.
I think there are like 20 million, 30 million.
20, I think it was 30. It might have been 30.
Yeah. So you have to keep up with the trends. Don't be scared of the algorithms. Do your marketing your way, your style. One thing I will say, please stop doing these cartoon logos. Nobody likes them. Okay. They're hard to put on t-shirts. They're hard to put on. I'm talking about the cartoons with your faces on it.
Right.
They're cute for like podcasting labels, album covers, things like that, like your labeling. But they're hard when people are trying to put them on flyers and different things like that. So you always want to have. If you got a cartoon logo, please have a regular plain text logo, something that's simplified. It's still your brand, but it's simplified. Right. Do not be scared to use the colors of this fall into your marketing, okay? We all know about the cranberries, we know about the mustards, we know about the burnt oranges, but I need y'all to add some olive in there. Olive is going to hit. That olive is going to hit this fall, and I cannot wait. Olive is going to hit. Another color that's been kind of around, it's around, but is they have like that sienna color, that burnt sienna, kind of like the reddish brown. That's going to be a big hit this summer, especially when it comes to the fashion industries. And teal.
Love me some teal.
Yeah, teal. And people think of teal as a spring color, but they have a little bit of a deeper version of teal. So it's going to be like a darker teal, but that's going to be in season 2. So just put some of those advertising colors in there and do it, and don't be scared of the trends. But I'm not sitting here telling you got to use all the famous music on TikTok. I'm not saying that. Come up with your own money hit song. Use your theme music for you. You don't have to use the TikTok trending songs and be doing all them crazy dances. You don't have to do that this fall in marketing. What people want is context. They want content. They want knowledge. That's what's peaking right now. People want knowledge. And then if you could talk about how to be sustainable, like how to be economical right now, and talk about some stuff in the environment, your algorithm going to go through the roof.
Wow.
I don't care if it's, hey, man, this is the way old Louisiana country boy recycle. We're going to throw this over this. And watch, he going to do it too. He going to do it. I can't wait.
Don't have me out there in Pearland in the middle of the street doing something again.
But you see what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, And like okay, so like a trend that I've been thinking of in my head, okay, uh, is people going to businesses and they walking out the business and pointing at the sign, talking about, yeah, that's it, and walk off. You ain't got 7 seconds. Your videos and reels and your content should be no more than between 7 seconds and 11 seconds. Y'all giving these thesis statements online, these videos. Make videos, especially for reels. If you're doing reels and stories, 11 seconds. If you're gonna do longer clips, do the longer clips. And like a show like this, right? This show's an hour and a half so far. I would take this show and break it down into about 10 clips that you could put out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of that, and of course, Threads.
And of course, threads. That's right.
Sounds like you loving Threads.
No, I'm
like
cool
it?
with Threads. I'm cool
Okay.
with it. What really I've been getting down with lately is more on LinkedIn as well. So a lot of people don't realize you can go live on LinkedIn
Yeah.
and do a lot. Hey, everybody don't know it.
So we had a debate. We had a debate.
Yeah, we had a debate
We had a debate.
because Country Boy is wild as all get out. He don't care 2 bits. So I will go LinkedIn like boom, because I don't care if the job see me, if the old job, new job, potential job, government, out of space, in space, your space, my space. I don't care. Now,
So the little diva side of me was.
But the
They-
thing about it is, you can go live on every platform has this thing that's like the popping thing. Some people want content, some people want music, some people want whatever, right? Like me, I do concert footage and put it out there, right? And it has nothing to do with business, but people love it. So, like, even for LinkedIn, my thing would be that's more of a knowledge piece and a networking thing. So you could do a clip. Hey, this is Louisiana Country Boy. I just want to get to know you. What events you having this weekend in Houston, Texas that I could pull up on? Boom, simple live. Or hey, you know what? This is some great advice that I got, around the way. You should recycle. So we're gonna recycle and then we're gonna dance. Simple. It
Love
doesn't
that.
have to be an hour long or hour and a half long show. It could be 10-minute clippings. It could be your 5-minute motivational Sunday video. It could be anything. It could be something you already got pre-recorded. Just post it as a live video and go with it. Like, it's so many ways that you can do it with content, but people want content. People think your styling have to be great. You got to have this great intro, great logo. It's the content.
That's
The
in there.
content is what get people's watching. That's what's gonna bring it home. It's always the content.
I totally agree. I was just gonna say that I totally agree. And I truly believe in being consistent about whatever it is that you do. Be consistent. Be consistent. I got about 2 people that watch me, but that's okay. I didn't never think I was gonna have 2, but I got at least 2 people. I have to call them up and tell them, hey, I'm on, watch me. But
hey, all right. Look, ask them. Tell me going to the corner store later. What they want from the corner store? Like,
that's it.
We just have to. The thing about it is do everything in a genuine way. Do it.
Yes.
Be unapologetic for it. If something don't work, don't be scared to try it again. Right. You got to come back, revamp that thing, relaunch that thing, redo it. But just do it. Get your dream out there. I don't care if it's something you only do for 6 months, a year. Do it. Nobody said you have to open a business forever. Hey, I'm doing this thing where this is a limited edition. I'm doing this for 1 year. This is what we kicking out. Boom, 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 boom. And be done with that.
That's it.
Move on to the next idea.
My last question is personal.
Okay.
Not personal, but it's business personal, but it's mine. Okay. So I've done cruises in the past, so I'm kicking it back up to do it again. So I have a cruise coming out with two of the hottest bands here, Dominic Hammond's and The City.
Yeah, I know.
And so in my contract, I had that, people have to post or advertise at least once a week. They came back and said, no, they can only do twice a month. Once a week, they only can do twice a month. Cool. Because it's my responsibility. So what advice would you give to someone that's doing an event like that as far as advertising on Facebook? Social media, the regular flyers, I don't know, the TikTok video. What other idea or thought would you have?
have the band members each post a video.
What
Have
if they say no?
Then why are they on your show?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
You know, I know the performers, but I'm just saying it's kind of like
no, and I yeah.
no, the thing about it is I know that the initial part of it is a long way off, but to me, if they create that content now, even if you post it and tag them in it, cool. I feel like a lot of times performers are getting away from the promotional side of it. You want people to book you in the future. I'm booking you
Right.
to come see you. So why wouldn't you promote?
Right.
Somebody I'm paying you to promote. That's a part of your
I'm paying for your name.
I'm paying for your name. So if you can't promote it, I need to get another band.
Right.
Because
that's one of those lessons learned.
I mean, the cruise ain't left yet, but anyway.
Yeah. You sound like country boy.
Hey, look, people have put me on and put me off of flyers all the time. And I've seen performers do it too. The thing about it is that it's not going to take away from it. It adds to it. The thing about it is, okay, it's a cruise. I ain't paying for y'all to go on vacation. I need people on the cruise. I need y'all fan base on the cruise. See, I don't take no for an answer. I'm gonna get it one way or another. Right. Either I'm gonna pull up on you with my own camera and be like, okay, talk about that cruise now. See,
that's in the plan. That's in the plan.
Live right now. But the thing about it is, you don't want to oversaturate social media, and that could be what they're scared of. Because a lot of performers, they're not only talking about your event, but they're advertising for other people's events as well. So your best bet is to get the content from those people and post the content. Have them post it as their contract states, but make sure they post it.
And they did say I can tag them. And what is it that they're doing now? What's it called? Where you share the collaborate?
Okay. Yeah. But they got to accept the collaboration. And they got to accept the tags.
Okay.
I can tag you in it, but you got to accept it.
You got to accept it.
I need to be able to call one of my friends and say, hey, go to such page, see if you see this flyer. I tagged them in it. If we don't see the flyer, we got a communication problem there. But to me, any event, you should set the limits on how you want them to advertise. They shouldn't tell you, but even be within reason, because these bands, they got a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They got to get their hustle on too.
Yeah, of course.
But do it within reason. But to me, go out, get the content of the band's plan, get them doing the drops. Why? You already had the content. Just repackage it different ways. Put it out there. They said they'll take the collaboration. Cool. But at the same time, if they said they're going to do the organic traffic, cool. And everybody has a fan base. Mm-hmm. So either they need to do a contest for their fan base, or there needs to be some kind of maybe give their fans a discount code, or hey, we'll give your fans a free T-shirt. Let's mark. You know what I'm saying? Let's have the bands on all of the shirts.
Right.
We'll give them $10 shirt. It just depends.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends, but just know when you book someone that's like that, that's talent, do it within reason, because you don't want their fans to turn off their notifications. That's why
definitely. Right. I agree. Yeah.
But you want to at least get the initial content of them talking about it. Even if you got to pop up on them at events.
Right.
Hey, let me get you say a couple words real quick about this event that's going down, blah, 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 blah. And create those sizzle reels and stuff from that. Create the advertisement. Do not just think at it as just that flyer alone is going to get people in. No.
Okay.
No. You need to find a selling group. There are groups that sell as a team. I don't care if you don't know the band. I just want your body on the boat. Go to them and say, hey, can you pitch this? By the way, if your team do this, we'll be able to have some shirts. Y'all could come and get your shirts. You got to finesse. Put a little finesse on that thing. And invite groups that cruise. Okay. Invite people that is people on your friends list where they family take a vacation every year. Offer them this cruise as their vacation for the year. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you got some live music. We're going to have a disco night. Whatever you got to tell them, we're going to have an all-white event. Do that. Look at some of these cruise groups that are online. They have them. They have travel groups
I didn't
all
think
the
about
time.
that.
Hit them groups up
Yeah.
and say, well, hey, I got this great cruise. It's a way for y'all to blah, blah, blah. And I don't care if you got to get the president of the cruise club to introduce the bands.
Yeah.
Bring some draw in. But make sure also that everybody has a buy-in. Give everybody ownership. Everybody that's a part of it, give them ownership. Whoever your team that you're working with, give them ownership within it. So that way everybody is proud of its success and everybody can pitch in and take credit. That's what I say.
Okay. Thank you so much.
That girl so good. You boy.
So good. And so I'm before I pass on the country boy, I'm gonna say first of all, now y'all see how fast she did that and what was that 5 minutes? We wasn't even 5 minutes. Okay. So just think if you reach out to the Joseph Consulting Firm, what they can do for you. So reach out to our friend. And I want to say, Candace, thank you so much. Oh, let me read. Miss Julie said, wow, great show. Candace Joseph is such a motivator and so informative. God blessings to you, Miss Joseph.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And Tamika was on tonight. She said a few things. So she was on tonight. Hey, Tamika, thank you for tuning in. But thank you, Candace, for everything. I am, they say it's the reason that you meet everybody. I'm so glad. What are you doing over there with that hat?
He said he got to get his hat together for his wrap up, man. I ain't
get his hat all together. Like, what?
You know that? And it's just one of those things that you just do it, right? Like I want people to understand. I want people to understand you can do whatever it is that's in your heart. If you think about it, dream about it, write it down. If you envision yourself doing it, if you daydream about it, do it. Give me a call. Let's get started.
Let's get it. There's money out there to be made. Yeah. And thank you, Candace, for coming on tonight. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad your workshop. I can't wait until you do the next one, because it was really awesome. I really met a lot of great people. We still trying to find who the free guy was. I called him the free guy. He was in the back of the room, and everything he said, he kept saying, well, you can get that for free. You can get that for free. But we can't find who he is. Oh, see, country boy. See, I can send it to you. We're trying to find him. Okay. So thank you so much for everything that you do for us. And then I love that not only are you into the business side of it, you want people to be surround you who believe in community. Yeah. That is what I take away from you. And I really love that, because we do need to help in our community. It's just a piece of what we make, Yeah. They need us, so many of the people in the community, the kids, our seniors, they need us. And the little bit that we only have to give them a little bit, and they are so grateful for that little bit. The haircut, I love that. I've said that before, like for Christmas, can we just get the kids some haircuts for back to school? Love that. So thank you again. And I'm going to turn the table on to country boy. And look, my birthday is in August. So I celebrate all month. So one of them times you got to come out and catch me.
Let's do it.
Well, I just want to, first and foremost, before I close, I want to give Candace, I want to give you this opportunity. One, I want you to pass your information out, because I don't want nobody to miss. And I don't want y'all to miss. I get a referral fee. I don't want y'all to miss.
So silly. Oh gosh.
Love it.
Y'all make sure Candace gonna give you her information, and y'all make sure that y'all tell her you seen her on speak on it with the country boy and Little Diva. So so the next time we need some counseling, we get $2 off.
Let's go.
Use our discount code.
There you go. That's it. I seen it on Speak On It. That's all they have to say. I seen it on Speak On It, Miss Candace. It's go time. All right, let's go. What you want to do? I'm Candace Joseph, CEO of the Joseph Consulting Firm. You can hit me up on all platforms at the Joseph Consulting Firm. If you're on Instagram and you want to connect with me personally, that's Candace the King. I'm on Instagram. Just Google me, okay? If you can't figure out the website or anything like that, Google the Joseph Consulting Firm, or you can Google Candace Joseph of the Joseph Consulting Firm. And you can do the same thing in any podcasting app, YouTube, anything like that. And all of my information pops up. Or if you want to give me a call, it's 713-425-0510. That's my business line. Look, I don't have an assistant right now, so if you call, I'm going to be the one answering. Okay? You know what I mean? Look, just make sure you calling me for business, because I done had some people call my business lines for dates, okay? You get an invoice, okay? Don't waste my time. You will get an invoice for that one.
Hey, Candace, I got one last thing, and then I'm gonna close this thing out.
Okay.
I want to give you this opportunity, since you have told them how to reach you. What's your final thoughts, your closing words, the thing that you want to leave on the table tonight?
What I want to leave to the Speak On It audience that are tuning in right now. Every day, live your dream. You know, live your dream, but also dream to live. Don't be scared to tap into that thing that people told you, oh, you ain't gonna make no money doing that. Tap into that unknown resource. Keep the faith in everything that you do, and study your craft. It'll get you everywhere. You know, give to the community that pays you. Make sure you pay it forward. And don't forget, sometimes just buy somebody a cup of coffee. You never know what you might learn. Or in my case, a Sprite.
Right, there it is. There it is. Candace, I thank you. Ladiva, I thank y'all for putting up with me
I'm
tonight.
gonna bring you some Sprite. They got Sprite Tic Tacs.
What?
Have you seen them?
Nice. Okay.
They got Sprite Tic Tacs. I'm sorry, Country Boy, but when you said it, I thought, I know I saw something new. Sprite Tic Tacs.
Hey, that's new. Look, I'll take it. I don't have no issues with that. Look, I would try it. Okay. You know, I am down for the cause. But you know, the Sprite thing happened when I was a kid. I always drink Sprite as a kid, and my dad used to take me to the Coca-Cola factory in Atlanta, and I used to absolutely love it. And I used to always tell them that I wanted to be a model for Sprite. You always see the Coke commercials, but you never saw the Sprite commercials. So my parents, with the home video camera, used to let me act out and do little things in front of the walls with cans of Sprite.
Wow.
And I used to take pictures with the Sprite can. So I always tell people, bring me a Sprite when you come to my office. It just reminds me of the why of why I'm helping someone. So bring
Love that. Yeah.
Wow. Well, Candace, I thank you so very much for coming and joining us tonight. It is definitely an honor. It has been a pleasure. You have ain't even dropped no nuggets. You done built a whole brick house over here. You done put it down. You done laid it down. And she did it for FREE, y'all. You can't get that nowhere else out there. I tell you what I tell you.
That's why I had to go on and stick. I said, why she let me don't stick my pebble out there?
Do it.
Something.
No, and that's the thing. Do it. And I open this challenge up to anybody that's watching right now. If you have a business question, I don't care how far-fetched it is. If it's something that you want to know, don't understand, or something that you're interested in, you know, let the team here and Speak On It know, and I will come back and answer all of the mailbag questions. It does not matter, and it'll be on me. How about that?
Right.
Love it. Thank you for that.
Thank you. And again, thank you for coming. As old country boy gets ready to shut this old door and go finish my taco. Got one more taco. I'm going to eat that duck soon as finish. I just want to say this, and I say this from the bottom of my heart. I say this for our guests, and I'm going to speak for our guests, and I'm going to speak for my co-hosts, is that understand this. If you have a vision, and she said it, we say it all the time, if you have a vision, if God has given you a vision, don't worry about what people say that you can't, and don't worry about the naysayers, and don't worry about the people that try to tell you you need this or you need that or this. Look here, if you have a vision, you just keep on pushing. You keep on going. Don't let nobody try to tell you not and that you can't. Don't let nobody, because they're going to keep on talking. You just let them keep talking, and you keep growing, and you keep going. Because if God has given you a vision, trust me, he will provide the provision for that vision. And lastly, but not literally. Y'all know what? Wait a minute, I gotta get this thing right because I want to get it like old Marshall. I'm going to get it like right, son. I think there's a spot right there. I think
There it is, right there.
Right there.
Right
I
there.
want y'all to hear me. And I want you to hear me loud and clear. If you woke up this morning and you popped over your eyeballs and you looked around and you was listening, but you didn't hear it. And if you was out there today somewhere, whether in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, or in the Carolinas, and you didn't hear it because it was hot, so you was inside and all you could hear was the air conditioning. Well, you done made it to 10:01 tonight, and you're sitting right here on speakerphone. And the old country boy is going to speak on behalf of the little diva and Candace Joseph. This is what I'm going to tell you, that we collectively and individually, we love you. And we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing, absolutely, positively, nothing that you can do about it. Look here, that's how we got. We finna get on up out of here. Got old Taco and look here.
We got a whole house over here built.
Candace, thank you so very much.
No
Thank
problem.
Thank you for coming. Little Diva, thank you for co-hosting the hottest, one of the hottest shows going today. I don't care if we go for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. This is it. If you missed this, you done missed the thing. It's a treat, but then y'all go back and watch it. Y'all please do now.
One more thing, and this is one of our special shows we're going to have at least once a month. It's called Hear It From the Experts. This is one of our, I don't know if you call it a segment, episode, whatever. It's going to be Hear It From the Experts once a month. So if you want to hear something, you got questions like Candace said, let us know. We can get her, and sound like she got some experts that she can help us find if you got something else you want us to talk about. So let us know.
That's right. Y'all done heard it. Look here, because we can have this show because we own the network. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one. We out of here. Bye now. Hold on. Let me see if I can push a button. Boop, that little button.